Welcome to another edition of Gateway Africa. My name's Greg Big Six Simpson, coming to you here from Legends Golf and Safari in Limpopo Province, UD Trucks launch, only on Gateway Africa.
Here come the beautiful people.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm not. That's why. I'm not tough. There's a professional. That man there, he's professional. Yeah.
Okay, so we're in the 420 here.
Yes.
Where's the 420? Is this the 8 liter or the 12 liter?
It's 8 liter.
8 liter of sheer power, baby. Anything I need to know here? It's just a normal manual.
No.
So we don't worry. Okay, there's my clutch. It's clutch in. That's first gear.
Yes.
You have to hold this in.
No. Run is fine. Okay. That's it. Forward. Yes.
Okay.
Brake up.
Trailer brake.
Thank you.
Oh, now I'm in reverse. There we go. Take two. That's a nice pickup.
Other side. Up. Yes. Up.
Up. Oh.
Push it up. No. Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay, good. Try second gear on for size. Oh,
Yes.
it's a big gearbox.
Yes.
Hey, Baba. Third gear.
Straight.
Straight. There we go. Drives like a Toyota Corolla. Fourth
Okay.
gear. So we've got 12 gears on this guy.
Yes.
This is the 8 liter
Okay.
for the mining market.
Yes.
Feels nice and solid build quality.
For sure, yes.
Now we're going to look at fifth
On
gear.
your sides.
And up.
Yes.
Oh, that's smooth as a whistle. So have you found trucks are easier to drive now than when you started driving?
Yeah.
Like a woman can drive trucks now.
For sure.
Have you seen many women drivers?
A lot.
Think they're better than the men?
Actually, the women should do better.
More patience.
Yes. This one up.
Pull that up.
Okay. Okay. Go back to 1. It's
Back to
7.
1?
Yes, it's 7.
Is that one?
Yes.
Not reverse.
No.
Well, that feels nice in the high range. There we go. Nice. Not too many fancy dials and stuff, but just what you really need in a truck.
Yes.
Good high position. Feels nice and solid. There you are. And top speed on this thing? How fast can this go?
Okay, gonna go 95.
Miles per hour.
Yes.
Kilometers an hour. And everybody's a winner.
Yes, alright.
Thanks for your time, sir.
My name is Toshi of UD Trucks. I'm in charge for the Quester launch in the Africa Middle East countries,
Absolutely, and what key segments are you looking at for this truck?
especially for South Africa. It's the construction and also the public utilities, agriculture, forests, and all those type of rigid applications.
Absolutely, and then how would this truck differ here from a truck you'd make for Japanese conditions?
I think for Japan, it's kind of more on-road applications, quite famous here in Japan. So if we try to convert that into the overseas market or the emerging market, the European market, we have quite a limitation. So this is more focused on real built for those markets. So it should fit quite well in these markets.
Absolutely, and how have you found that the UD Trucks name? Is your reputation getting better in Japan?
Yes.
Coming from Nissan Diesel days?
Yes, very much, very much. We have a lot of activity ongoing with UD Trucks' new name coming in. We established that in 2010 and we started to promote the name, so it's quite acceptable for everybody in our market.
And what do you think the key differentiator between this and your competition will be?
I think as a Japanese manufacturer, it's kind of a new concept. So it's more, as I said, it's more focusing on emerging market based on that knowledge, and we developed a new concept. So it's quite different to the Japanese competitor. That's how I see it.
Any plans for more manufacturing or assembly in South Africa?
Yes, of course. Everything will be in manufacturing in South Africa.
Nice.
We have a KD plant here. So.
And any more trucks we should look forward to from you guys?
Yes, there's lots of plans, which I cannot share now.
Great stuff. Thanks for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Andre van As, product planning specialist.
Okay, can you tell us a bit about the technical advancements on this truck?
Yeah, the vehicle is the first UD vehicle globally that will have telematics as standard as well on the vehicle, and will be for 3 years. The vehicle's got fuel coaching as standard as well, and then when the guy drives with the vehicle, there will be constant SMSs sent or phones calling the dealers, and they can phone the clients how the guy is driving, if there's harsh braking, harsh acceleration, etc. So
big buzzword today is total cost of ownership. So how are you able to beat your competitors in the fuel economy stakes?
On the fuel economy, driver training. So what we'll do on this vehicle as well, have extensive driver training from our dealerships, giving the support to the customers, and then also from our OEM part of it, giving support to dealers.
And we're talking about dollars and cents. So how many of these are you expecting to push into 2015?
2015, this year we optimistic. It's around about 350 almost this year. For next year we're going for very high numbers, almost double that numbers.
The magic 1,000 mark, I guess.
Not yet the thousands, just below that, but yeah.
Absolutely. And what's going to separate this from the pack? I mean, it's a very tight market, the mining segment.
Yes. It's more what UD can offer, and after sales point of view, the services and the customer relationships we already have, giving that support and growing on, going forward.
Patrick Alieri, good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you, Greg.
Your thoughts of the launch, UD Trucks, new Equestria?
Very interesting. You know, last night I got the surprise of my life when I saw it coming out. Because the photographs you see, we didn't know much about the Equestria. And the photographs that we've seen were mainly long-haul trucks. You know, and then out came all these tippers and tankers and all this type of thing. And it's all sort of looking at the infrastructural development in South Africa. This could well be the truck for its time. Also, what's interesting about this baby here is that the Japanese have broken away from what the main tradition is, and I see this quite a lot. In Tata have also done the same thing interesting, is that they developed a truck for emerging markets.
Yeah.
You know, it's not taking European technology or American technology and putting it into a market. They're developing for the emerging. So what are the needs of that market? And this is not high electronics, but it's got essential things that contribute to total cost of ownership. Like they've got a telematics system on here that monitors fuel consumption, and from that you can monitor what training the driver needs. You know, and that is an important thing. You know, you can't do anything more. We can't bring in Euro 5, Euro 6. We can test them, but our fuel quality doesn't allow. So driver training is the key, and I think that's a big plus here. It's a sort of rugged type truck, tested in the field, but the interesting breakaway from the traditional thing. So it should be quite we'll see how it goes.
And a very tight segment here. What are the main competitions for this truck? The FAW is really on the low end, and you've got the Mercedes and whatnot.
Yeah, you've got some of the operators like the automatic transmission. This doesn't, none in the range has an automatic transmission. Now the drivers like automatic transmission. Yeah. I do think they should have an automatic transmission option. They talk about cost, but if you're looking at total cost of ownership, you're also looking at driver productivity. So I think there might be a bit of a predicament without having an automatic transmission. Let's see. And then the other competitors, there's a lot in that market segment because the construction and infrastructure activity, we've all been waiting for it. You know, the great investment from government should go away. We built in country now. Let's start building a few other things, you know, and get these trucks working in a productive economy. So it's a very competitive sector, and there's some good product out there. So really, I think it's also going to be a lot to do. There's very few bad trucks out there today. I think it's going to be a lot to do with the all-round servicing after it, the close to the customer, the backup service, the parts availability. All this, I think, is what counts. That goes into the total cost of ownership. We're away from the price of the label.
And the Chinese trucks, total cost of, are you going to see your ass in a few years with a Chinese truck? Then to back up and build quality with suspect?
Chinese trucks, and also like even Tata came in, and when they came in, and over the years, their backup services were kept. Okay, but they've learned from that. They actually quite humble in their learning as well, because we keep pushing them on that. It's such an important part. The Chinese trucks, the Chinese trucks have Chinese have always had this label of cheap and nasty, okay? And rightfully so. I think you've got to be very selective in your Chinese trucks. But the guys who are, like FAW, I still have a query about that huge investment they've made in terms of the volumes they're selling locally and into Africa, okay? But they seem to have got everyone's improving on the backup thing, because South Africa is not the Chinese market, it's not the Indian market, it's a very demanding market. And the operators are not as doff as most people think down in little South Africa. They're sharp, they're world class, a lot of them, and they're very demanding, they're very loyal if you give them what they want. But that's what's going to count is backup service. So any manufacturer is not doing that, whether it's Chinese or anybody, or Indian, or Japanese, not focusing on that, you're going to see your backside in this market. It's not going to work for you.
Yeah, last year you were very much about roadworthiness.
Yeah.
70% unroadworthy vehicles. How are we going to get to the bottom of that problem?
That is going to be through legislation and enforcement. and operators also have to change their attitude, because that's still continuing. There's so many unroadworthy trucks out there, and it's totally unacceptable. You know, I've given talks in front of some operators, Greg, and you have, say, 80 operators, and I say, who's read Section 49 of the Act? And one or two hand goes up. So I say, well, you don't even know your duties. You know, and that basically, it's keep your vehicle roadworthy and keep your driver fit to drive. You know, and that still has to be a thing. But I think that's going to come through enforcement, and enforcement is in a pathetic state at the moment in South Africa. So there's a lot of work, a lot of challenges to do, but the operators have to rise to the responsibility now, because it's unacceptable. You know, 15,000 deaths a year, not all from trucks, obviously, the majority from cars, but one death is one too many. The talking point, I think in 2015, I think it's still going to be roadworthiness. In terms of purchasing trucks, I think it's going to be total cost of ownership, because I don't think there's very many bad trucks out there.
Yeah, so
any bad trucks.
So fleet owners shouldn't be looking at how much it's cost to purchase that. You should be looking at the overall package of a 5-year maintenance.
Absolutely,
5-year plan.
absolutely. And what comes into that? Downtime. Downtime costs. A truck doesn't earn you a penny when it's sitting on the side of the road. It loses you customers. It costs you money. That truck has to have a load on it. Has to be driving. That's what makes money in trucking. And this isn't an emotional purchase. This is a business purchase.
Exactly.
So it's going to make money both for you as a transport operator, and it's going to drive the economy in terms of building up, moving the goods. We're in a global market. We've got to be globally competitive. And at the moment, our cost of logistics is very, very high compared to some of. In Brazil, we more than double the cost of logistics as a measure of GDP for Brazil. Japan, USA, we're way behind. We're also going to do things like fix roads, because that adds to costs.
Exactly.
Massive. A survey was done by the Imperial Group where the maintenance costs, we're talking total cost of ownership. So now we get the manufacturers putting in backup services. You've got spares availability, you've got good driver training, then you go out on a road. Now that road is a good road, a bad road, or a fair road. Fair road adds cost to your maintenance. Your good road gives you your average cost. Good management. Your bad road adds your maintenance cost 123%. So that's your cost per kilometre gone up, that's your cost of logistics gone up. It doesn't make us competitive. So the sooner the better. The government realises and follows what John Kennedy said. It's not our strong economy that gave us our good roads. It's our good roads that gave us our strong economy. So there's so many factors, and I think, you know, we tackled the roadworthy, we tackled the cost of ownership. The industry doing a fantastic job at backup and this type of thing. The government now has to come to the party, spend the money that's allocated for roads to fix the roads and get them running, because that's affecting, and stop stealing the money.
But how come the Western Cape has beautiful roads, there's no toll roads, and we come up to Joburg, lots of toll roads and shitty roads, so that
you're just trying to promote the DA. I thought this was a trucking, not a political.
And we've got a lot of brands under the Volvo group now. I mean, how are these brands going to differentiate themselves and not just become one homogenous mass?
I think it's a very important thing to look at, and a very good question, because it happened in this very truck that we sat in. We were in for a drive with Joe, and I said, I think you made a mistake by not having the automatic transmission. And he said, that's where we have the Quan for our long haul. We have the Quan for automatic. So there they've got the Quan. Now, with Volvo Group, you've got economies of scale, because research and development is very expensive today for any individual company. So there's economies of scale or a global trend. It happened with the development of emission-free engines. Each manufacturer overseas was going their own route to reach the same goal. So you were spending 10 billion euros on developing. Me, I was spending 10 billion yen, and this one, and that's where the amalgamation started happening in economies of scale. And this is not a Volvo. It's important that the brand stays, because UD has got a different history in South Africa and a different brand loyalty than has the Volvo and all that. But in terms of the backrooms, and this is what Mr. Tristan was saying last night, is the different backrooms we just had someone come and shout at him. They're talking there. What is it? The backline, the accountants, etc., all are one. But the product must stay differentiated.
Wasn't the Nissan Diesel? That was a sexy name. I mean,
it was a sexy name.
That was a sexy name.
The UD Trucks changed overseas as a global change. I was in Japan when they did it. I didn't like it. Nissan Diesel was the sexy name.
That is a fucking sexy name. Nice one, Pat.
Okay.
Better keep these eggs happy.
Okay for you.
That's perfect. Thanks, buddy.